So I am here to talk to you guys about how I have been handling the coronavirus, the Rona, the row Corey in the house. We all know what it's called.
Well, I'm here to share 3 things that have kept me sane during this time.
And how I am coping during this COVID-19 pandemic.
I just wanted to send some positive vibes your way.
Hey guys, this is Tio, and this is officially day 36 of being in quarantine. And yeah, it's been crazy. I'm sorry, don't mind the glasses.
First things first, if you had a routine when you were working, have a routine now that you're home and you're working still. So I know the times that I can be productive, and those are the times that I work. I know the times when I need to be there for my family, and those are the times where everyone, even my colleagues, know that I'm not available. I'm not able to do anything outside of what I've determined for those hours, and this just helps me set boundaries and achieve more than I would if I just did not have a routine in place.
Hey, my name is SSEWALI. I'm a writer-director for film and TV, and I am based out of Kampala, Uganda.
It's just really interesting to see how we've all been impacted by this thing. Like, no one is left untouched. And for me, because I run a small business, I've been impacted in all areas of my life. Like, nothing has been left untouched. So I've had to really restructure and rethink how I handle each part of my life. And the best way that I've done it was just writing down my feelings, writing down my thoughts, and actually re-strategizing how I handle a lot of my situations.
1, I have been focusing on my spiritual growth. I have been reading my Bible. I have been reading good books by good Christian authors. My favorite book right now is SHARPE by T.D. Jakes. It talks about how you can build your vision from the ground up. And I've also been listening to a lot of sermons and a lot of gospel music. I have also been watching a lot of Christian movies. My favorite movie at the moment is Overcomer.
Believe in God's word. Say, hey, I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna keep myself safe, and I'm gonna invest in myself during this time.
Because I got some plants. So this is my plant. So I got her, and I got this other plant. Yeah, so these are some practical ways that I've actually been handling this entire situation.
I am really enjoying sharing my amateur cooking stories with different people, and also sharing my drinking chronicles, creating new cocktails, margaritas, for example, just creating light-hearted moments out there for people.
Make sure that you get practical with this situation. Find out what you like, what you don't like. That way you'll be able to deal with it on an individual basis, and then you don't just make it a blanket situation.
I also find that staying away from fake news or too much social media commentary helps my mood significantly.
I am an online creative. I am a digital marketer. So as much as I do need to be on social media a lot, I am also limiting my time if I feel that it's getting too much.
Right now, Zoom is working, so you can just look up some apps that will work for you during this time and just be in touch with your loved ones.
Being a writer-director, I spend a lot of time, working on other people's projects, shooting commercials and stuff like that. So what happens is that passion projects tend to take a back seat. So what I've been able to do to keep myself busy is to pick up some of those passion projects, at least one of them, and start working on it. I've also spent quite a bit of time, a few hours on YouTube University, learning a few things here and there. So it's also been a time of self-improvement. Thirdly, I've been exercising. We all know what happens if you wake up in the morning to go nowhere. You're gonna spend a lot of time sitting around and eating a lot.
I know the areas where I can get factual news, and I stick to those, and I avoid everything else.
I've been trying to keep myself busy in every kind of way. Socially, I've been making a lot of TikTok videos, trying to keep the humor and trying to share the humor with just everybody out there, just trying to stay joyful and funny and make somebody laugh.
I'm a content creator and copywriter, So, how am I coping during this pandemic? Well, my company, the company that I work for, Ogilvy Zambia, requested all of us to work from home, that is working remotely, and that's what we've been doing from the time this pandemic started.
So the biggest thing I would say for me is not succumbing to online pressure. Every day I log onto whichever social media platform it is, there's always memes or advice on how during this time you should be learning a new skill, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. I say no. What you should be doing is whatever you are mentally comfortable and okay with.
Just to let you guys know, I've had multiple panic attacks. I've cried multiple times. I've just been through a lot of emotions. So because of that, I actually decided to get a therapist. First of all, so I got a therapist last week, and my therapist is actually helping me sort out a lot of my past traumas and just handling this entire situation.
There are so many things that are going on about what can be done and what could be done better by our governments, by people that are naysayers, and I find that to be actually quite distracting and negative, and it builds anxiety. So I keep away from those types of news.
One thing I've also come to learn during this time is that in order for me to just deal with this whole situation, because there's a lot of uncertainty that's going around, I just have to be positive and focus on things that I can control, because to be honest, I can control whatever news that comes on concerning the coronavirus.
In the midst of all this confusion with this whole coronavirus and everything, there's lots of fear going around, there's lots of uncertainty, and I just wanted to say, guys, use every bit of time in this self-isolation to invest in the future you, right? Make decisions now that's going to make the future you proud.
I've been getting rid of negative vibes. I have been sharpening my mind as well by taking a lot of online courses, and I have also been looking at creative ways on how I can communicate with my mentees, from Sisters Keeper, with my family.
Because if you really are one of those people that feel like this time is anxiety inducing, in the sense that you aren't able to meet some of your goals, set new professional goals, set new goals that you can achieve in this short time frame. So I'm doing a lot of online courses, and this just helps me to feel like I'm being productive, and it's also preparing me for an increasingly digital space.
Faith is contagious, fear is contagious. Fear is the opposite of faith, faith is the opposite of fear. So guys, remember Psalms 91. God's got you, God's sent his angels to guard you guys, all right? God's not a liar, so if he said that, believe that.
Even if you don't know what to do now, it's okay. Yeah, the answers will come as you go.
Relax. Don't succumb to online pressure, because it will literally be the death of you, and do whatever makes you feel comfortable in this time. Nobody can tell you what you need to do to cope. You will know. If you want to sit and Netflix and chill all day, there's no problem with that. Do whatever makes you happy. But I would say that exercise and healthy eating definitely does contribute to a positive and healthier mindset.
And yeah, stay safe. Have your mask, have your hand sanitizer, keep washing your hands whenever you can. My secret during this time is just keeping hope alive. This definitely will pass, and it might change our lives, it might change the way we interact socially, but you know, we need to stay hopeful.
I have been taking care of my physical health. So I have been exercising, I have been drinking a lot of water, I have been eating my breakfast. I don't skip breakfast anymore. So I have been eating right and just taking care of my body.
If you want to get fit, build some muscle, do that, and by the time all this is over, it'll be like that David and Goliath tip, whereby, David steps out, slays Goliath, but meanwhile he's been putting in the work in the background.
I am working out at least 4 times a week, and I am sticking to my healthy eating plan, and that's also making a world of difference.
We cannot go out into the streets, but you can at least stay within your yard. So get some sun, move around, do some skipping, just get some vitamin D. It helps your mood significantly when you do that, to get some fresh air. And it gives you a sense of hope, because there's a bit of depression and anxiety that can set in if you're indoors and you're feeling like you're cooped up.
And by exercise, I mean dancing. We all know that gyms are closed. So I'll find a good song and play the beat and just dance to the music until I sweat.
Playing with my dogs, enjoying my garden, We are so blessed and privileged for those of us who are able to stay home and enjoy those things, and I don't take it for granted.
Just keep moving, just keep doing what you need to do, and as you keep doing that, everything else will realign.
There's a brighter light, not at the end of the tunnel, but there's a brighter light with us, within us, through the tunnel.
We know that beyond this, things will not necessarily work the same, and so we need to get ourselves ready for what that will look like.
Let's stay safe. We're all in this together.
I hope you guys are doing great. I hope everything goes well with you, and all the best for the rest of 2020.
Take care and be safe.